So this is the second video now for perpendicular lines. On this video we're going to add on the fact that not only are we looking for a perpendicular line, we are now also wanting a specific perpendicular line that passes through one particular point. So all the ones we did before are just any perpendicular line at any coordinate that we wanted. This one has to pass through a particular one. We start off in the exact same way. So if this is the equation that we're wanting to find a perpendicular line for, I'm going to start off by writing down y equals, I need to do the negative reciprocal of the gradient. So because it's already a minus, this is going to become a plus. The reciprocal, remember, means 1 over, so it gives us 1 over 3x, or a third of x, plus c. Because this time we need a specific value at the end that means that it's going to cross through 12, 8. In order to find what that specific number is, I substitute in x and y using the coordinate. So remember, just like with the parallel lines, x is going to be 12, y is 8. So let's substitute these numbers in. We get y was 8 equals 1/3 times the value of x, so in this particular coordinate is 12, plus c. Let's neaten this up. That gives us that 8 is equal to, now 1/3 times 12 is just exactly the same as 1/3 of 12, so that's 4, and then plus c at the end. So to find the value of c here, I'd have to take away 4 to leave the c all on its own. If I take 4 away, that gives me that 4 is equal to c, or if you don't like it that way, we can write that c equals 4. All I then need to do is put this into the equation that I found earlier, so this one. We know this bit we did earlier to find the gradient, so y equals 1/3 x, c is now 4, so I put plus 4 on the end. Let's have a look at another couple of examples. So here is our next one. We've got for this one that y equals 1/4 x minus 2, and we want one that's perpendicular to that, passing through 3, 5. So the first step, exactly the same as before. Y equals, we want the negative reciprocal of the gradient, so it becomes minus. Now just like with the last video, we've got 1 over 4, so it flips the fraction to become 4 over 1. I'm going to go straight and say that's to go straight to 4 instead of having to write 4 over 1 and deal with that. So it just becomes minus 4x plus something, we're not sure what yet. We'll find that out by substituting in these two values. So again, if y is 5, we've got minus 4 times x, x here it says is 3, plus whatever c is. So if we do some calculations here, we get 5 is equal to minus 4 times 3, that gives us minus 12, plus c. So if I'm trying to find c, or get c on its own, I'm going to have to do the opposite of this minus 12. Opposite of minus 12 is plus 12. So if I add 12 to both sides, that'll give me c. Add 12 to this side, gives me 17. So c is 17. So we get, if I just rewrite the equation now that I know what the value of c is, as y equals minus 4x. C, we've worked out, is 17. So I put plus 17. Just one more example, this time with a slightly more complex gradient we're going to deal with. So perpendicular to 3 over 2 x minus 1, and we're going through a point 9, 7. So we do the same thing again, y equals negative reciprocal for the gradient, so we've got minus, because this one was plus, so minus for this one. Remember, the reciprocal just flips the fraction upside down. So this becomes 2/3 x plus c, because we want it to go through a particular point. We've now got that x is 9, y is 7, so we substitute these two values in. So if y is 7, we change y to 7, is equal to minus 2/3 times x, it says here that x is 9, put 9 there, plus c. So doing the calculations here, we get 7 equals minus 2/3 times 9. So if I wanted to find 2/3 of 9, I would have to do 9 divided by 3, which is 3, times 2 to give us 6. But because we were doing minus 2/3 of 9, that gives me minus 6. And then plus c at the end. So at this point, to work out what the value of c is, I would have to do the opposite of this minus 6 here. So I would add 6 to both sides to give me that c is equal to, adding 6 on, 13. So let's put this back into the equation that we've got up here. So y is equal to minus 2/3 x, c is 13, so I put plus 13.